Village of Ejimeogo in the rainforest region of West Africa. There lived a young man called Abamba. Abamba was an upright man who often communed with his creator and did good things in his life to help humanity. He was not yet married and was very polite, kind, and helpful. He always thought the world would be better if people tried their best to be kind, loving, and helpful to others. He hoped to meet a woman someday that will suit his personality and nature with time. At home, when he was not working, he often meditated silently, sitting in his house and communicating with his creator. He hated eating meat, fish, or anything that had blood. Sometimes he had revelations of things about to happen, and if it was something good, he prayed for its manifestation. But if it was something bad or dangerous, he would pray against it. Luckily, Abamba observed that his prayers and meditation always got answered. He was always very happy when such happened and thought himself to be someone special. The Creator's child sent to help people in his village, and thus he lived a happy life knowing his own way. Due to his eating habits, he decided to make a small garden at the back of his house. The garden was to produce fresh vegetables and fruits without being polluted by the touch of meat and fish, as was often done when sold side by side with the vegetables at the market. One day, when he was walking towards the garden he had made to check how the crops were doing, he heard the voice of a woman. "Good evening." He turned around but did not see anyone. The place was secluded and deserted. It was the back of his house. Thinking he must have made a mistake, he moved on. But on his way back, he heard the voice again. "Good evening and welcome back." Surprised, Abamba swiveled around. He discovered the voice was coming from the cluster of plantain trees growing at the back of his house. Shocked, he stood transfixed. "I can see you are surprised," the voice said. Abamba saw a middle-aged woman step out of the plantain tree and stood looking at him from that distance. "I used to be a human being, but I committed a lot of atrocities during my lifetime that made the Creator to punish me and made me come back as a plantain tree," the woman's voice said. The woman said. The shocked Abamba stood transfixed, watching in perplexity. So this kind of thing happens, he has himself within, unable to open his mouth and talk. The middle-aged lady, dressed casually, looked very attractive. Please, please, I'm talking to you because I can see you are a righteous person. And through your prayers and communication with the Creator, my wish can be granted. I hope so. To come back again as a human being. Please, the woman pleaded. It was so touching. And her plea was so real that he answered, "All right, I will." And he stood in shock. With that, he heard the lady say, Thank you so much. I'm relying on you. And she went back into the plantain tree cluster. The talking tree, Abamba muttered, shaking as he hurried back into the house and slammed the door. In an inexplicable state, he prayed that night, begging for forgiveness for himself and the plantain tree lady. He prayed fervently for the lady's wish. He fell asleep while praying, and unbelievably, he woke up the next morning to the crashing sound of the plantain tree in the backyard. What? What kind of noise is this? Hurriedly, he got up and went to the back of the house. And to his amazement, he saw that the plantain tree had fallen down. I can't believe this, he said. I can't believe this. He was looking up and down. He saw the plantain tree, the plant on the ground. It has uprooted from the down, meaning the plantain will die, was already almost dead. Thank you for freeing me, the lady's voice from the cluster said. I'm now going to take a body as a human being. Ah, you mean this fallen plantain now means the plantain is going to assume a human body? It's no longer going to be a plantain? My heavens, he thought. Then he heard singing of songs and a kind of happy vibration coming from the cluster of plantain trees that has fallen. And Abamba walked back into the house. It was really heart-touching. Hi, he said. So this was all real? If a human being commits atrocities in a lifetime, he is brought down to the level of a tree or a lower level, he whispered to no one in particular, shaking his head, his mind darting here and there. Does it mean now this lady I saw yesterday that told me to beg on her behalf, and I did, the prayer has been answered and she has been given a body to come as a human being now? He thought within him. Oh Lord, the world is really, really full of mysteries. If anybody had told me this kind of thing, I wouldn't have believed in my entire life, he thought, and sat on the bed. I have really learned a big lesson in my life today, he concluded. That is the end of the story, guys. It is good for mankind to be good because you never know, the evil we commit might turn around to give us a bad existence in another lifetime. So, help humanity, help people. Don't laugh at the poor. Help and pray for people. Don't only do that to your family and close friends. Do to everybody. I know no one is perfect, but it's good for us to try because life does not belong to anyone. If you are privileged to have today, don't make others laughing stock who are not having. Help them because that single help you are giving to people might turn out tomorrow to be a blessing to you and your family. Thank you. That's the end of the story. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share the videos so that others will be able to learn from this story. Thank you for watching.